They never dared to wear shoes when they walked. At night they had to stand on their tiptoes. They were afraid to make even a little sound. When they had to talk, they only used sign language, because if they made even one sound, the horrible creatures in the dark could rush out and tear them apart at any time. These creatures were born without eyes, but their hearing was very sharp, and they were everywhere. Only by keeping silent could people stay alive. All humans hid in fear. They never showed up if they could avoid it. But this family needed food for their children, so they went out every day to look for supplies. They were always careful, but that day something still went wrong on the way back. The little boy at the end of the line suddenly pulled out a toy plane with sound that he had found somewhere. The boy's death put the whole family in deep sadness. The man felt the most guilty. He thought his son's death was his fault. To stop another tragedy, he set cameras around the farm. He wanted to watch the creatures at any time, because they could not use voices. He also put neon lights in clear places. When the red lights turned on, it meant the creatures came. This could warn everyone in time. Meanwhile, the man sent out signals every day. He hoped someone would come to save them, but the world had already fallen. It was impossible. But under his protection, the whole family lived in peace. But life was too boring. The wife's belly grew bigger and bigger. 1 year later, the baby's delivery day finally came. Now they were in big trouble. To make up for their son, the couple talked for a long time. They decided to welcome this new life. They covered the basement with thick newspapers. They wanted to block the sound. They made a baby bed with blankets like a box. Only one tube with oxygen was left for breathing. After everything was ready, the family sat at the table and prayed. They hoped God would protect them. But the more people feared something, the easier it happened. When the brother and sister did homework, the boy knocked over an oil lamp. The sound was not loud, but something moved outside. Everyone held their breath. When the man checked, he saw only 2 playful groundhogs. Everyone felt relief, but 1 second later, the groundhogs outside were torn apart by the creature.